Hello and welcome back. So today I'm going to show you how to make baguette, French baguette. It's not a real sourdough bread because we're going to use a little bit of yeast, but we're going to use sourdough in it. If you want to know how to make sourdough, look at one of my previous videos and it's all going to be there. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to use flour. It has to be baker's flour, always baker's flour, strong flour when you make bread. So you get flour, water, and you're going to mix it for 2 minutes. So we call that autolyse. Autolyse helps the bread to get very nice crumbs, nice colors, and develop the flavors. Once your dough becomes quite dry, you can finish it by hand. So use the palm of your hand and just push through. So it takes many years to become a good baker, and you will find your bread doesn't always come as you would like to, but with a lot of practice and perseverance, you too can make very nice bread. So that's all you need. You get a nice bread bowl, quite soft. Put it back into your bowl. Cover it with a wet cloth and you leave it like this for 1 hour. Because in the room where I am at the moment, it's quite warm, I'm going to put it 45 minutes at room temperature, and then the last 15 minutes I will put them in the fridge so the dough will cool down a bit. So we'll see you in 1 hour. Welcome back. It's been 1 hour. I put my autolyse 40 minutes at room temperature and about 10 to 15 minutes in the fridge to cool down. So now I will add to it the remaining ingredients. I will work it on a table. So I've got a sourdough, the yeast. I will mix it first by itself and then add the yeast later. I don't like to use salt and the yeast at the same time because the salt kills the yeast. You can use the bread maker or the planetary mixer if you want to, it's no problem, but do it by hand. You need a bit of exercise at the moment, so it's perfect. So I need to mix this for 5 to 6 minutes. So now the yeast is well incorporated to my dough. I will put the salt. And continue mixing. It is hard work, I'm sweating. So now we're going to check, it should be quite ready. I've been mixing for 5 to 6 minutes. We're going to check if the dough is ready. So to check it, you need to check the membrane. It's called membrane, the pan, the window, different name for it. But what you do, you get a piece of your dough and you gently stretch it. And you're going to see if the gluten is strong enough to hold your bread. If the window cracks, so if the membrane cracks, you have to mix a little bit longer. So just stretch it slowly. So you want to see a very strong window, membrane in the middle. You can see a light through, it hasn't cracked. So now I'm ready to put my bread to rest. So I mix my bread for 6 minutes. Now I'm going to put it in a container for the first rise, also called bulk rise. So I put a bit of oil in a bowl, with one stick, wet cloth, you put it on top, and then you wait 1 hour to rise at room temperature. So I've done all my cleaning, and I've got nothing to do for 1 hour. So it's beautiful outside. I'm going to go ride my motorbike, and I'll see you in 1 hour. Welcome back. The bread's been resting for 1 hour. Oops, maybe I should change. Come back soon. Hey, I'm back. Yeah, it was a great ride. A little bit short, but still very nice. So, as you can see, making bread doesn't take time. It's 2 minutes to mix the autolyse, 6 minutes to make the actual dough. So don't tell me you don't have 8 minutes to make bread. The time really takes is your bread to rest. Once you rest in the fridge or room temperature, you can go for a shower, you can go shopping, you can go for a motorbike ride, your choice. But it doesn't, the physical time to make bread, it's actually not long, so don't be scared. Give it a try and you will enjoy it. So after 1 hour, that's quite nice and plump. I'm going to divide it in 3 equal parts. Don't use too much flour. And now I'm going to boil them and let them rest another 30 minutes. So don't use too much flour. So you can see a lot of mixing, a lot of resting, but physical time to make it is actually very short. That's it. Make sure your cloth's always slightly damp, not wet but damp. Another 30 minutes and then we'll shape it and let them prove again. See you soon. So that's another 30 minutes of rest. Now we're going to shape it. So when you shape it, gently, don't degas it too much. You just bring the outside in, but don't degas it too much. We want the air inside. Don't use too much flour. You can use a little bit, not too much, and you extend it quite long. Just look for the seams where you join your bread underneath. Make sure the seam goes underneath. I use a bit of a baking paper, a bit of oil on the baking paper as well. Take your bread, put it and then on your tray. So I got a cloth on my tray. I'm going to join it, so do like a bit of a cushion, a pillow. The bread's going to stay in shape and also get nice and warm. It's going to rise very nicely. This is our last step. We're going to put a bit of flour on top, cut it, and finally put it in the oven. So sprinkle the top with a little bit of water. If you find out that your bread's got a bit of crust on top, you can use a bit of water and brush it. It will be much easier to cut later. So when you cut, you can use a razing blade, shaving blade, or you can use very sharp knife. It has to be serrated knife. They both work. So you don't need a shaving blade. A very sharp serrated knife, not a straight knife, and works very well. This is the final product. 30 minutes, 240 degrees, and that's what you got. So when you make your bread, if you don't have time to bake it on a day, you can keep it overnight in the fridge and bake it the next day. So don't worry, even if you leave it overnight in the fridge, you will get more flavors. So don't rush, don't push it. Take your time and enjoy it. Happy baking, and as always, keep safe. See you soon.